All right, today we're going to dig into a privacy tool called Veil. We're looking at their own materials to see what they're all about, how they claim to build this smarter, more adaptive defense for your online life. So let's jump right in.
Think about the last time you bought something online. It's so easy, right? But what's the real cost? It's not just the number on your credit card statement. There's this kind of invisible price we all pay for that convenience. So what is it?
Okay, so before we talk about any solutions, we've got to understand the problem, right? Let's take a look at these invisible online threats that are pretty much everywhere. So you click on one single shopping page, and boom, this whole chain of stuff starts happening behind the scenes. You've got price trackers that might actually change the price you see based on where you've been browsing. Then there are dozens of hidden trackers just watching every move you make. And get this, your device is being fingerprinted. That means sites are grabbing all these tiny details like your screen size, the fonts you have installed, all to build a unique profile of you. And they don't even need cookies to do it. Kind of creepy, right? And if you're wondering how bad it is, well, to put it into perspective, the source material here showed that on just one product page on Amazon, Veil found and blocked this many trackers. 23. Just think about that. All that hidden activity for looking at a single item. It's pretty wild. Okay, so how do you even begin to fight back against all that? Well, Veil's whole idea isn't just to build a simple wall. It's about creating a defense that actually adapts to where you are on the web. That's the key, privacy that adapts. So the secret sauce here is something they call intelligent context detection. Now, what does that actually mean? Well, instead of some one-size-fits-all blocker that either works or breaks a site, this thing is designed to be smart. It figures out if you're shopping, or if you're on your banking website, or just scrolling through social media, and then it automatically dials the protection up or down to fit that exact situation. You know, the best way to think about it is like a chameleon. Your privacy protection literally changes its colors to blend in and protect you based on the environment. So what you get is super tight security where you absolutely need it without, breaking the fun websites you use every day. All right, so that sounds cool in theory, but what does it actually look like when you're browsing? How does this privacy chameleon actually work? Let's walk through how its smart protection works in a few different places you'd go online. Okay, let's say you're on a shopping site. Here, the focus is all on the money stuff, right? So it goes to work blocking those affiliate trackers, it helps stop websites from jacking up the price on you just because of your browsing history, and it really beefs up the security right when you're about to enter your payment info. That's what you need there. But now, let's say you switch over to your online bank. Whoa, totally different story. The context shifts, and everything goes into maximum security mode. The protection gets dialed way up to prevent some really sneaky things, like WebRTC leaks. That's where your real IP address can get exposed even if you're using a VPN. It also throws on this advanced masking for your digital fingerprint. The goal here is simple. Lock it all down. No compromises. And this smart adaptive thing applies everywhere else, too. When you're on social media, it's all about finding that perfect balance, blocking the creepy trackers without breaking all the features you actually want to use. Then, if you're on a work platform, it shifts gears again. Now it's focused on blocking corporate trackers and helping you keep your work life separate from your personal life online. Okay, that's a lot of stuff happening in the background. But you're probably wondering, how do I even know it's working? Well, that's where this comes in, your privacy intelligence dashboard. It's designed to give you a live look at exactly what's being done to protect you. The first thing you'll see is this, a simple privacy score. It's just one number, super easy to understand, that tells you at a glance how protected you are. It kind of turns your online safety into a game, which is a pretty cool way to give you a clear metric to keep an eye on. And if you want to dig a little deeper, you can see exactly what makes up that score. The dashboard breaks it all down for you. It shows you the threat type, the risk level, and the status, blocked or allowed. So you can see it's blocking the high-risk stuff like social trackers and fingerprinting, but it might let some low-risk analytics through just to make sure the website still works the way it's supposed to. And this isn't just a bunch of data, it's also your guide. The dashboard actually gives you recommendations, actionable advice. It might say something like, hey, maybe consider anonymous mode for social media, while at the same time reassuring you that your really important sites, like your bank, are already fully protected. It's pretty helpful. Look, all the powerful protection in the world doesn't mean much if it's a huge pain to set up, right? So how do you get started with this? Well, the promise here is that you can get protected in seconds. So there are basically two versions. There's a free one, which gives you manual controls and some basic blocking, but then there's the premium version,
And that's where you get all the really cool stuff we've been talking about. The AI-powered smart detection and that real-time dashboard. And what about the cost for premium? According to their materials, it's $39.99. But what's really interesting here is that it's a one-time payment. You pay once, and you get lifetime access. That's pretty different from the usual monthly subscription model you see everywhere else. And getting it all going is supposed to be dead simple. Just 3 steps. Install the extension, click the little icon in your browser, and that's it. The automatic protection just starts working. So, what does all this add up to? Well, according to their own data, the average user ends up blocking, get this, nearly 3,000 trackers every single month. That number alone is a huge reminder of just how much tracking is going on, totally invisibly every time we browse the web. And that kind of brings us to the big final question here. Just think about it for a second. If your privacy could actually intelligently adapt to every single site you visit, shopping, banking, work, everything, how would that really change the way you see the web? How would it change the way you use it?